Okay, so yeah. Because are you able to go through the exercises? The third and fourth exercise. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Okay, so yesterday we finished the exercise from chapter 5. Then we'll continue with chapter 6. Okay, so the first sentence, I can't go to work because I have a fever, will be
okay. Ich kann, ich kann heute zur, ja, ich kann heute zur Arbeit gehen.
I can't
Nicht gern,
go to work.
nicht gern. Ja,
Huh?
nicht gern, nicht, oder?
Mhm.
Fieber habe.
Anyone with different answer? Anyone with different answer? Which can we take normally? I know say you are negating the action of
Hello.
going.
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Which I'm doing a different answer.
Okay.
Do you like some?
I I negated the can instead. Ich kann nicht. I brought the nicht after the kann.
So what did you negate after the nicht?
Ich kann nicht heute zur Arbeit gehen, weil ich Fieber habe.
So like the today is already there. Okay, so you can't actually negate today because the today has come. Okay, like and in that sense, you already like the day has already started. So normally you like you negate the to work. So you can do other things, okay? You have to negate work because the today has come already. So we probably can do other things. Maybe you can rest, okay, you can do something today, you can do something else today, but you can't go to it because you're tired. It's like in normal sense, you have to negate the work. But then like in the grammatical sense, both sentences are correct, okay, but in the like grammatical sense, then like you're right, but ich kann heute nicht zur Arbeit. Okay, so you can do everything else today, but you can't actually go to it because you have. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. When I say in the first sentence, ich kann heute zur Arbeit nicht gehen. Okay, that means you can like I know that like definitely this the sentence, okay, this what you mean, but like if you have to break it down, okay, so ich kann heute nicht zur Arbeit, ich kann heute zur Arbeit nicht gehen. Okay, this one you negated the activity of going. Okay, that means maybe someone might interpret it as you can't actually walk to work, you can't, but then maybe you can drive. Okay, so like you negated this thing. Okay, but the main like although I said you can like with list you can negate can activities, prepositions, and adjectives. Okay, but then like in sentences that contains the adverb is here, adverbial place of time, the preposition is also here, and the activity is also there. Like in the normal sense, we will negate the one with what um the preposition. Yeah, like in this sentence, I'm saying that if you are to break it down, okay, or grammatically is correct. So that means you want to what you wanted to negate the gain itself. Okay, that means you can do something else, but like you cannot go. Okay, but to work, there's a possibility that you can go to work, but not necessarily that you can't go. Maybe you can drive, you can maybe someone can pick you up, you can okay, so like let me say if it was es kann heute nicht zur Arbeit fahren, okay, if fahren was to be here, it means that I can go to work but I can't drive. Okay, probably I have an issue with what my car, and it has nothing to do with fever, but the fever itself means that you are personally sick. That means you can't work. So like in the normal sense, the work itself will be negated. That's what I'm trying to say. And when you say ich kann nicht heute, okay, ich kann nicht heute zur Arbeit gehen, weil ich Fieber habe. That one is more acceptable than this one because the reason is based on sickness. Okay. And if you get to know what I'm saying. But basically, you can use this. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can negate you use this to negate what adverbs. We use this to negate adjectives and what activities. Okay, so like you are correct. But then, for instance, when you do have all, we have adverbs and like that, just negate the most powerful one, and most of the time, link the one linked to what your reason. Okay, like you can't actually go like work itself because you are tired, like you are sick. Okay, so you can do other things at home. Okay,
So where would the heute be positioned?
yeah, yeah, so it can heute, but
Nicht so. Mhm.
yeah, it can heute nicht so arbeiten. Or that you just I told you guys to avoid this roller coaster, so we can just start because it's a statement. Heute kann ich nicht so arbeiten. Okay, einfach so. Okay, weil, klar, ja. But then, like, grammatically, it's accepted because in this sense, the activity of going has been indicated in the first one. The adverb, the adverbial place of time have been negated. But then, like most of the time, just to avoid it, you just use for it conditional. Yeah. Okay, you see, Google has even corrected it that I should bring the next before work because, like, the main thing linked to your reason is working itself. You cannot work at all. Okay, it's like saying, oh, probably maybe most of the time you go out, you go to work with someone, like you ride with someone. Okay, then the person asks you, um, um, the person asks you, like, what are you doing today? Then you'll be like, oh, today I can't ride with you. Okay, that's when you negate the ride itself. That means that maybe my father will take me along, maybe like I can go on my own, but it doesn't necessarily negate the work itself. Okay, but then if you want to emphasize on like going to work at all, you're not going to work at all, then you negate what, then the so arbeit. You cannot move to work because you're tired. Klar. Yeah. Nummer zwei. Drink a lot of water. This sentence it didn't make sense. Yeah. But then like the formats. Yeah. What do you have?
I wrote. Should I go on?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Trinkst viel Wasser.
Is
A
that
lot.
okay?
Yeah, viel Wasser.
Trinkst viel Wasser, hast du gesagt, oder?
Deshalb
Mhm.
wirst dich besser fühlen. Besser fühlen.
Hat jemand andere Lösung?
Okay. Drink as in imperative for the
Yeah, so it's like
feel yourself.
imperative, okay, is do things. But then if I'm giving you an order, we take away the ST to form imperative for do. Yeah. So drink viel Wasser, deshalb wirst du dich besser fühlen. Okay. Normally you should have been drink a lot of water if you want to feel better. Okay. And you have to, if you want to feel better, then it would have been train viel Wasser, wenn du dich besser fühlen willst. Yeah. There you go. Number three.
Nummer
Right.
3.
Your
Sie
exclamation
war,
mark is important.
sie war gestern,
It's corrective. So, yeah.
ja, sie war gestern krank. krank.
Mhm.
Deswegen, blei, was ich steht in, okay, deswegen, okay, deswegen hat sie in, im Bett geblieben.
Jemand mit einer anderen Lösung. Anyone else with a different answer? Oh, God.
Rabbi. Sie war gestern krank, deswegen ist sie im Bett geblieben. Oder?
Yeah. Yeah. It's sein.
Ist, oh,
Bleiben,
yeah,
that bleiben is with design past tense.
ist er.
Stayed
Sure,
because the
sure.
person is a change of state. The person is no more staying in bed. Yes, he or she
Yeah,
has moved out of bed. So the past tense of stayed is bleiben. The past tense is formed with sign. So deswegen is sie in bed geblieben oder deshalb. Okay, deswegen in German. Okay, deshalb. Okay. Deswegen is because of this. She stayed in bed tomorrow, but the idea here is she stayed in bed. Therefore, she was sick yesterday. Therefore, she stayed in bed. So, in the normal sense, you have to use either there's have or that room. Okay, that room is more therefore, but then we just but then like it's still correct if you use this again. Okay, but then
okay.
I'm sure, but then it's just used like there's help. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Number fear.
Okay. Nummer 4. Mein Rücken.
Now the others not the anchor.
Mein Rücken tut mir weh. Deshalb kann ich lange nicht sitzen.
So when you also in this sentence, what have you negated?
Oh.
You have negated the activity of sitting. It means you can't sit at all. Okay, but then you
Okay.
can sit, but you can't sit for
Can't sit
longer.
at. Okay, so
Yeah.
I should negate the lang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can sit, but you can't sit for a long time.
For a long
Okay.
time. Okay.
Wait, like, what was your answer?
I think I wrote the same thing except the heads. I didn't write anything for the heads.
Yeah, so it's grateful. It's a problem, yes. Depends. Okay. So my back is paining to me. Okay, it's doing me. Kun is to do, and they is like kind of conveying like the pain in the doing me pain. So my back is doing me, is doing, or my back does my back does to me pain. Okay, so my looking to me away. Yeah, that's how. So if you want to say my head is aching or my head is paining me, my cough toots me away. Okay, this is a phrase that you should be able to remember. Okay, any difficult and it's special for telling people that they probably are suffering from pains from a particular part of your body. Klar. So it again for kids the AV just says like that. Yeah, klar. Okay, yeah. Number five.
Number 5.
Rachel, let's go comments.
Rufe, the at Morgan and
Okay, so unroofing. Okay, unroofing.
Yes,
It's roof,
okay.
but they do.
Okay.
It's roof, okay? And it's the normal sense for the imperative is like normally you say that you are going to call the doctor tomorrow. Then I will
Then
say that do
the
roofed
nuts.
then at Morgan or that do roofed Morgan then at Anne. Okay, but imperative we don't want to say that we don't want to
The nuts.
call it in the imperative we don't mention the person doing the action because you talk to the person like it's like you're giving the person order so you won't mention the do. Okay, so in the normal sense the imperative is for the do form and we ignore the st. So in the normal sense, it's assumed that the do has already been mentioned. Okay, because we are given an imperative for the do. Okay, so do roof. Then the next now have to be the direct of the object. Who are you calling? The roof then us because masculine nouns changes from there to they in what accusative because the subject is you calling, but then the you has been omitted. Okay, because we are giving you an order. It's like saying you are coming here tomorrow. But then if I'm giving you an order, I won't say you are coming. I will say come here tomorrow. So in the normal sense, I've removed the you, the subject, but I'm talking to you directly. Okay, or come here tomorrow. Okay, so you are the subject. You are performing the action. So I'm talking to someone to call the doctor. Okay, because the phone can't call the doctor itself. So someone has to perform the action. So the person who will be called will have to be the direct object. Clear? Yeah, so although it's imperative and normally the do is not mentioned, but then whichever now comes after have to be in what the accusative form and also always depending on the type of now and the verb which was used. Okay, so if it would have been help me, it would have been help me. Okay, help me a bit. Okay, cloud. Yeah. So it's do roast then add smoke and but then because it's an order, we ignore the do and then the rule says that if you are given an order for the do form, you remove the st from the roof for the do roofs, then take away the okay, then it be roof then add smoke and clear.
Okay. I bet me the flu aka Morgan or Morgan
Yeah,
flu and
yeah. Hold on. tomorrow morning. Number 6.
Er hatte letzte Nacht
Lexenakte. Was ist Lexenakte?
Nacht, oder? Ja, Nacht.
Ja.
Letzte Nacht.
Platz,
Schrecklichen,
ja.
schrecklichen Kopfschmerzen. Ey. Ist die. Okay, schreckliche Kopfschmerzen.
Okay. Yeah, let me see here. Schmerzen is plural. Okay. The singular pain. The pain is der Schmerz. And plural is what? En pains. So hatte letzte Nacht. There's a Nacht. After the Nacht. Yeah, you know what I mean? Was ist Nacht? So hatte letzte Nacht schreckliche Kopfschmerzen. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ravi, what about like if I want to make the Kopfschmerzen a singular order? Any BB's Kopfschmerz. So making it a einen schrecklichen Kopfschmerz.
No,
Any BB's
Schmerzen. No, like it's medicine. Okay. So like when it's like Bauchschmerzen, you have stomach pain. You don't say I have stomach. You don't say I have stomach pain. I have stomach pains. So you can't say your
Okay.
head pain. It's head pains. Okay. Your head aches. Okay.
Okay.
So it's not a single pain, but then it's right. It's a pain. It's pains going through what a particular part of your body. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Open your mouth, please.
Offener deinen Mund.
Okay.
Jemand eine andere Lösung.
Mach deinen Mund auf. Bitte.
Yeah. As I said, offering is more formal and official. Okay. So we use aufmachen. Okay. But then offering is still correct. Mach bitte deinen Mund auf. Because Mund is masculine. So du machst deinen Mund auf. But then we ignore what the du machst. Ignore the
Okay.
st. Okay, for imperative and order. What's that? Ja. So Nummer 8.
Ich bleibe heute zu Hause, weil ich müde und schwach bin.
Ja, andere Lösung.
Okay, ich bleibe heute zu Hause. Ich bleibe. Okay, yeni soy. So ich 46. Bin.
Fetish, no anyway. Because I'm tired and weak, fetish. I can't cook
Like and only a phrase like for like let's say
for tired now, kinda.
tired and weak, like let's say it's like why you're exhausted, like and only specifically for exhausted,
Exhausted is a shopst.
Okay.
Fetish now. Yeah, like you dey use them as in a you. Fetish like something you are done or something.
No, but like I'm used out. It's been fetish. It's like using
It's been
kaput.
fetish, yeah,
It's
they
been
usually
kaput.
use.
So like, that's what like the
And I
person
say
wants to
calling
like.
people.
No, I'm not saying he's wrong, but
Nah,
I'm just saying
it's-
that like not everyone will understand that. So just stick to what's like
Okay.
what is commonly used. But then if you want to say exhausted, as you've used all your energy, then it's a shopst. It's been a shopst. Okay. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Right. Ritual.
Handy Zencout.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Let's help. Mm-hmm.
CH and sure and
Ish. I'm sure. I'm super. Yeah. But then you can also use search and see, okay? They shall see Ishmia Hanshura, but then this is also correct. And ancien itself is reflexive, so you have to use the reflexive. Unless you are saying that is why I am putting on my hand gloves, okay? So this ancien, so there's up T ish mia, okay? Because three nouns are here. I, sich, und Handschuhe, and they are all in the normal. So if I'm putting something onto myself, then the zich will go to that. If always reflexive goes like ich putze mir die Zähne, but then it's putze mich. Okay, it's putze mich. I'm doing it to myself, but then I'm doing it myself. Okay, but when the body part or like the other noun is mentioned, then the zich will go to the dative case. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If I'm doing it,
boy,
you can use trage. Trage, okay.
Is that?
It's dragon.
Another alternate.
Yeah.
Meine Handy sind out.
Meine Hände. What is handy?
Hände. Plural.
Hände, ja, genau. Meine Hände ist kalt, darum trage ich Handschuhe. Oder?
Ja, tragen. Es sind.
Ja.
Meine Hände sind kalt, deshalb trage ich. And tragen is not reflexive, so yeah.
But we should darum. This case does
I said it already. I said darum means therefore.
Okay,
Environment,
okay.
therefore. Mm. On number 10,
Martin,
Martin.
Colin said,
Martin. Okay. Number 10. Is nicht zu Zucker. Zu viel Zucker. Ja. Das ist nicht gesund.
ist nicht zu viel Zucker. Das ist nicht ungesund.
ungesund means that is unhealthy. If you say that is not unhealthy, what are you saying?
Okay.
That is ungesund.
That is ungesund. Okay.
Unhealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one.
Der Zahnarzt
Okay.
wahrscheinlich ins Hilfsbereit.
Der Zahnarzt. Mhm.
War freundlich. Ja.
Und hilfsbereit.
Yeah. Oder hilfreich, okay. Aber hilfsbereit means like the person is always ready to help, okay. So hilfreich oder hilfsbereit.
But is there any word called hilflich? As in the
It's
helpful.
hilfreich. Hilfreich.
Yeah. Hilfreich.
Yeah.
And so, in case you want to use the both verb for a, let's say, an information, which one will best fit? Like for information, the information is simple.
The
Yeah.
information is
Nimble.
hilfreich. Yeah.
Okay.
So information is hilfreich. Only humans, or maybe your dog. You have to say, "Oh, my dog is helpful at home." Oh, my dog is hilfsbereit zu Hause, or my dog is hilfreich. But then, if you're talking about information being helpful, information is not ready, ready to help you. It's not a
Okay.
human. Okay. So the hilfsbereit is to emphasize that someone or probably an animal, but most of the time we say it to humans. So he's hilfsbereit to say that the person also always show what empathy.
Okay.
Ja, klar. Die nächste.
Ich hätte um 10 Uhr einen Termin.
One day. Aaron, start again. You said? No, start. You said?
Ich hatte um 10 Uhr einen Termin.
10 was?
10 Uhr.
Not wie Ulrich. So
Uhr. Okay.
no. So, einen Termin. Yeah. I had an appointment, okay? Past tense for haben ist hatten. Klar. So, ich hatte um 10 Uhr einen Termin. Klar. Oder um 10 Uhr hatte ich einen Termin, okay? But you don't always start sentence. But you that down, okay, the language, okay? Yeah. The right side.
Nummer 13. Okay. Name dieses Medikament. Dieses.
Name what? Okay.
Dieses. Ja, Medikament. 3-mal am Tag.
Someone with different answer.
Name is V. Dieses Medikament.
Nana K.
3-mal täglich.
Yeah, Charlie. Nemenzi now you see, yeah.
Media some how some here now here we need to confuse.
You always no. Exactly.
Ravi.
Yeah.
So medicine is it Neuter or V?
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's medicament.
Oh, okay.
Conjura is the
Boy, I don't know
medicament.
täglich. Täglich. No, come. It's other now using us now. But
Yeah. So plural is the medicament. So that's medicament. Okay. So in German, we are talking about medicine. We always use medicament, like talking about medicine. But when we use medicine, okay? We have also medicine, and this medicine is for saying medical. So like I work in the medical department. Ich arbeite auf der Medizinabteilung. Okay, so like you can't say and when you are saying you are giving medicine, you can't say in English, you can use, oh, I gave him the drug in Germany. If you say you give someone a drug, drugs are used for what? Illegal drug. Like we say drug. Drug is the droge. Okay, the droge is the drug. But if you mention in the Krankenhaus. Yeah, like if you mention droge, maybe you give the patient, you say, ich gebe den Patienten die Droge. Droge, it means the droge means illegal medication, illegal drugs.
Okay.
Cannabis.
But you know what the difference between
weed, marijuana. Marijuana, yeah. What is the difference between what? Cannabis is legal, yeah.
Um, medicament, tableting, and drug
Yeah,
or the
yeah. So you can use tableting, yeah, the tableting. And for some either use medicaments, and for if it, like plenty medications, you can just medicamente or the tablet, yeah, tablets. Many tablets, then the tableting, okay, the tableted, plural the tablet. Sorry, yeah, but don't use drug. Okay, drug. Immediately you say drug, you are arrested. But somebody say cannabis is legal. See, kill boy can continue.
yeah.
Right? Ah, yeah, it's legal.
Boy, the German president is back now.
No.
I'm on if you're almost back, hey.
Shake up. Now let's go theater.
Okay.
It's your content, your
Okay.
continuation
So this one contains codings, and I said past tense of the modal verbs. I haven't taught you, okay? But then your content, yeah.
nicht kommen.
English comment.
Den
I don't go by well, yeah.
Well, but boy, me take they know conversations more. Especially when I'm listening to people. I hear them saying Dean.
I think that's what you're wrong. But it's just saying it's a structure. This structure is not just linked to val. That's damn it. So like you have plenty, about 60% of the conjunctions when you use them, you have to push the verb to the end. So you just have to practice. It's about practices, not necessarily using the dame itself. But I just want you to practice, get used to pushing the verb to the end of the sentences. Yeah.
Boy, question.
Yeah.
In writing, exams, writing
Yeah.
pattern. Say,
Yeah.
who is Viola? Now push it. I'm writing you because now you see val. Now push it verb in the not end. And now you see din. Now you see normal in now. Like which one will fetch you more marks? And I'm like I say, that you just have to construct
Probably
the
like
sentence correct.
uh just like definitely in the writing, probably there will be other sentences that you have to use because so you can just be flexible. You use then you use val to show the examiner that you are not just sticking to it then. Okay, you know that you can also use val and you know how to use them. That's the most important thing. Because if you give 3 different sentences in your writing and all of them you use then, like the fuck with then, man. Yeah, so like you have
Boy,
to be flexible. Yeah, club.
how me use a kel to know. Is it wrong?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I use the normal one.
Well, yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said now you have to use the hatte, but then if you're saying, oh, he got himself like he in German says a Kelton I have. code myself, like I've got a code myself. The tries and the restation. And 15,
Yeah, bro. 15.
15.
Mein Bein.
Okay. Tut mir weh.
Okay, come on.
Wenn ich gehe.
Wenn ich gehe
Yeah.
oder wenn ich laufe.
Okay.
Ja, klar.
Ja.
16.
16. Okay.
Vergessen Sie nicht.
Jemand without Z.
Okay. So vergiss.
Vergessen
What
nicht.
is the question? Vergiss nicht.
Okay.
Oh, vergiss nicht deine Zahnbürste. Bürste. Zahnbürste. Charlie, me chat. Boy, what's right? Me chat. Boy, me chat and say, boy. Vergiss nicht deine Zahnbürste. Why? Umlaut ana eyo. Si Charlie, machim kama Charlie.
Calling for no you.
West.
So vergiss deine, because you can't say nicht deine. And you bring the nicht before deine, it means you're negating the noun, and you can't use nicht to negate what's now. So vergiss deine Zahnbürste nicht. Klar. Then your list will come. Yeah. Klar. Nummer 17. Karen.
Ich war gestern im Krankenhaus.
Karen, yes, this is not how you talk, but then when you like pronounce, when you're speaking German, okay, it's fine.
Hey, what?
It's fine. Also,
Yeah.
Gestern im Krankenhaus.
Gestern im Krankenhaus. Okay, super.
No.
Karen. Yeah. The klingt is sehr nett. Okay.
Sie klingt wenig.
Yeah, sound.
So.
Oder?
Sounds nicht.
She sounds.
You use anhören. That's for sich gut an. Sich anhören to say something sounds good, okay? It's a phrase, okay? And it's sich anhören.
Now, when did they use klingen?
Yeah. Klingen is that's like sound. And then here, I'm just say something sounds good or something just use. So if I want to say, oh, that sounds good, like that's good, like that sounds nice. Then that's
okay.
Here it's sich gut an. Okay. So like it's a fixed phrase. You say something sounds well, something sounds good. If something sounds bad, if someone sounds bad, then that's your decision. So like this is a phrase, okay, but klingen means to sound and klingen means to ring, okay. So maybe I am sounding the alarm, okay. Then it's klinge den alarm. Like you're actively sounding something, but then if you want to say something sounds, then we use this anhuren.
Okay. Okay.
Which level accent?
Slav?
Which love?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Schlafgut und Frank C. Then no done. Dann du wirst gesund wieder.
So don't pierce to wieder gesund. So like done, just like it's not necessarily a conjunction, but then you just maybe vielleicht komme ich morgen. Ich komme vielleicht morgen. So like but they are always attached like either subject verb done verb subjects. I know if I'm making sense. So just like you use the des up, so immediately after the des up, then your verb will come. So done. So maybe once you said you are coming to done, then I'm also coming to be done from the ish. Ish come done. I am coming then. Okay, so like just like this, how so immediately the verb follows. It's okay. Hello. So Schlafgut und trink viel Tee und dann wirst du wieder gesund. Then you become. Okay, we use become burden. You become, yeah. We don't say you will be healthy again. You will get, okay, you will become a club. Oh, danke. Und ja, das muss wo? This has nothing to do with anointing.
Schlaf früh.
Yeah, which love?
Du brauchst Ruhe.
Is that Slav?
Ellie. Früh.
Slav früh. Yes, Slav früh.
Du brauchst Ruhe.
Brauchst Ruhe. Okay. Anyone with difference?
Okay. Gay. Okay. Gay free in bed. Okay. In bed. Free in bed.
Free in bed.
Yeah. And then you need So du brauchst.
Du brauchst. Which love can the one du brauchst? What's it du brauchst?
Du brauchst. Ruhe. Yeah.
Boy, rather not to pressure I'm calling you.
Oh, Charlie, what do you want with the boy? What with the son, do you mean? Let's change. Perfect. You want to ask like a crash, no?
Don't forget to always add when you use imperative in writing letter, maybe during the examination, you use a letter to your friend. Okay, you can use this. You can just tell your friend, use the imperative. When it's a friendly letter, like you have to use imperative more. You won't be like do most flu schlafen. You can at least you can use the modal verbs and e11, but then because it's your friend, you can talk to the person without using the do. Okay, that's yeah. The imperative. We need the imperative. Maybe speaking you won't, but then writing. Okay, you need to know how the imperative is used. Like I said, it's just the do trinks. You take away the st, take away the do, then einfach drink. Okay, yeah. 20 Karen.
Sie war müde, deshalb
Was? Also, deshalb. Okay, deshalb.
ist sie das zur Besprechung
Deshalb ist sie
zum
Besprechung gegangen.
gegangen.
Okay, oder deshalb Besprechung, ja, deshalb jeder zur Besprechung zum, zum Meeting oder ins Treffen, zum Treffen oder ja, oder ins Treffen, and then like you cannot then go inside the meeting, okay? Go inside, like you go to the meeting, so to, okay? To meeting because it's das meeting, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to access, then you didn't show up. Show up is auftauchen, okay? Deshalb ist sie nicht für das
Sehr gut.
Treffen ausgetaucht.
Spelling.
Auftauchen. Show up.
Auflaufen.
When it's the past tense aufgetaucht, used with what sein, because show up is movement. He showed up for the meeting. Okay. Ist für das Treffen aufgetaucht. So. Ja, sind wir klar? Und Lektion 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so Nummer 1, Richard.
Mm.
Ja.
Hmm. Okay. Wir sind beste Sommer nach Italien gefahren.
Yeah, then let's then Zoma, okay?
Okay.
Let's because it's the Zoma. Okay, so we are different from Zama. Normally, I said with design, we use nominative, but then in this case, we are not the summer. The summer is different. But when I'm saying I am the father, and then it's been the father. Okay, not it's been the father, because I am talking about myself and I am that same father. But then in this case, it's Letsen Zoma because we are different from Sama. Okay, so then nominal, sorry, masculine. Accusative is their changes today. So wir sind letzten Sommer
Nach Italien gefahren.
ja, nach Italien gefahren. Super. Mhm. Nummer 2.
Can you use gegangen instead of gefahren?
Normally travel, we use to go is this fahren means to travel. Okay, rise, you can also use reisen, but gain is like gain is when it's actually like different place. Nobody use gain for. I went to ich bin nach Italien gegangen. Now we use gefahren. Okay, or like geflogen. You flew to Italy. You drove. Okay, that's why fahren is environment. Like you went, you can't walk. Okay, also like normally gain is more like walking itself. It's like you can't actually walk unless I cannot alternative I try to myself. Oh, maybe I guess I got that. Fahren ist drive. Ich bin nach Italien geflogen. To fly, fliegen. Okay, but then again, you can't actually walk to Italy. You have to either drive or take a bus, or maybe you can, yeah, even with bus, maybe ich bin letzten Sommer mit dem Zug nach Italien gefahren. Ich fahre mit dem Zug. Okay, klar. Ja, Nummer 2.
Ich habe
Zwei.
schon meinen Koffer gepackt.
Ich habe schon gepackt. Aber we use
Ich
like
habe, ich habe bereits eine Koffer.
bereits
Yeah,
ready.
meinen Koffer.
Yeah,
Ready. Because it's shown. Another word for it, shown, can also be
Yeah.
bereits, oder?
Yeah. Ich
Like
bin
in this case,
bereits. Yeah. The use of schon and bereits. I told you there's a nuance to it. Ich bin bereits. Ich habe bereits. Talking about doing an activity, we normally use schon. Okay,
shown.
because schon is actually big in German, and not even in this case. Okay, even if something hasn't been done, you or maybe the person that maybe sat on the toilet for a long time, you schon. Okay, du hast schon lange. Okay, schon like schon is actually big in German. Bereit is when you are not actually going to talk about activity, but you're just I'm ready. Ich bin bereit. Okay. Well, take time and teach you the nuances. Okay. Aber ich habe schon meinen Koffer gepackt. But we have einpacken. To pack clothes inside, then auspacking. Okay, because if you just stick to pack and maybe you want to say I have like unpack, then you have to use auspack, then aus get packed. So then to be on the safer side, you always remember that to unpack is auspack, and just use the habe shown meine Koffer eingepackt. Okay, but then gepackt is 100% also richtig. Okay. Klar?
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, unpacking is when you're actually mentioning the thing that you packed in. So maybe I've packed my jacket in, maybe ich habe die Jacke. Ja. Ich habe die Jacke im Koffer. Im Koffer, sorry. Im Koffer eingepackt. Der Movements. Ich habe die Jacke im Koffer eingepackt. Wo? But then if you are actually like if you are now putting it in, but this one is full. Where did you put the jacket? I put the jacket in the koffer in the suitcase. But if you want to say I am packing, if you're actively doing it for him, you're not putting it in, then what? Ich packe die Jacke in den Koffer ein. So this is for him and this one is for. Okay. So like if they are now yeah, I wanted to use Sterling and Stohin. If they are now like building the building, okay, they're now rising the building, then you can use maybe the bounce, okay, das Gebäude oder sie stellt das Gebäude maybe in this place, okay. But then if the building is already there, then you have stehen, okay, das Gebäude steht, okay, it's already staying there, it's full, okay, it's already there. Like maybe I'm putting the keys on the table, it will be what auf them teach because I am now putting it there. But then if the keys, when someone asks me where are the keys are already okay on the table, then it will be full. That's why in this case, it's having the jacket in Koffer eingepackt. Okay, although I did put the jacket in the Koffer in the suitcase, that was like a movement, okay, but then I'm not actively doing it now for him. It's already full, it's already there. Klar? Yeah. But then that's why here is in the koffer because I am now packing it in. I'm now moving it inside. But then if I've already put it there, if the thing is already there, then it's full. But then if I'm now doing it, it's done. Okay. Klar? Okay. Nummer 3. Nummer 3.
Sie hat ihren Reisepass zu Hause vergessen.
Sie hat ihren Reisepass. Wie said? Sie hat
Ja, Reisepass. Ihren Reisepass zu Hause vergessen.
Ja, zu Hause vergessen. Okay. Vergessen is the same as the present. Present is vergessen. Okay, so ich vergesse. I am forgetting my friend. Ich vergesse meinen Freund, but then I have forgotten my friend. Ich habe meinen Freund vergessen. Okay, just like essen is gegessen. Okay, you still see the essen, gegessen. I've already eaten. Ich habe gegessen. Okay, and always with the SSEN, there for the do and ESE forms is irregular, and it's with what ISS for both do So it's du vergisst, okay? And ESES also vergisst, always the same, okay? With the SS always with SSEN, and then the do and the ESES form for the present is always the same. Example is what? Lesen, so do list, okay? And when ESES is also reading, it's also what? Do list, ESES list. La. Yeah.
I started mine with Zuhaus.
So Zuhause.
Zuhause hat sie
Yeah,
generalised
right.
past vergessen.
Yes, yeah, klar. So in this case, you are emphasizing that, oh, you know that the person left what the the passport at home. Probably you saw it, okay? Ja, klar. Alles interesting. Alles. This alles. Alle is not him. Alle is for humans. This evening I'm not Germanized. Ja, Nummer 11. Feels share. Fear.
Your book.
So is it the heat? Is it the height? So I don't know, like I feel uneasy being like I'm not 100%. I don't know if it's the height. Yeah, it's also cool there a little. Yeah, I have your market writer, yeah. What's us to gesagt?
Wir buchen
Yeah.
ein Hotel am Meer.
Wir haben ein Hotel. It's past tense. Ein Hotel am Meer. No Meer. What is Meer? Am Meer.
Meer. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
Meer.
Geboekt.
Meer then.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, and I said that when we are talking about something close to the sea, close to the lake, close to the beach, like anything close to water, we use the preposition an. So if you are going there, it will be what? Accusative wohin. So it will be ich fahre ans Meer, an das Meer, the ins Kino, in das Kino. Okay? Yeah. If you are going to the beach is der Strand, is masculine. So ich fahre an den Strand, accusative, because it's wohin. Okay? But then if it's wo, if already there, then you use the am. Okay? Yeah, so in this case, where did you book the hotel? The hotel is what? Am Meer. The hotel is what? At the sea. Okay. Yeah. You want to say this sentence? We are meeting today in the restaurant, so we.
Yeah, meeting today in the restaurant. Wir treffen uns heute. Wir treffen uns heute ins Restaurant.
So it's in restaurant.
In that restaurant.
Yeah, it's in restaurant because listen, the question is not actually we are going like for him.
Yeah.
The question is where are we meeting? We are meeting in. Yeah. Do you get it?
Boy, that's when I'm going to meet you.
But listen, after the Muku meet, but they are not saying they are going there. They are saying where so that the emphasis here is on where the meeting is actually taking place. Vo, not vohen. When I told you, say the only time you use the vohen is when the fahren, the gehen, the the movement, the action rising, like that involves movement. But here treffen is not actually moving. Like probably you can even meet on the like Zoom or so like you haven't actually moved. Okay, so like only use the wohin. The wohin is particular about the movement of the verbs that emphasize movement explicitly, like gehen, fahren, reisen, laufen, was noch?
Fliegen.
Fliegen, ja, schwimmen, ja, klar. So they involve movement. We through coming. So over here, Harikyo. We will be saying. You too mute. I just feel
Barber shop as now.
I just next week you will see a new look. Next week, I promise. Next week I'll shave. Next week I will shave because we threw it down. Okay, clear. So you do get it. When we use the gain, the rising, the then they emphasize really on movement. Okay, but then treffen has nothing to do with movement. Okay.
But I'm putting the keys on the table. And use that one in activity.
Yeah, stellen. Stellen is accusative form. Listen. That's why it only involves putting things in place, like putting things up. That's why we taught you that we have liegen. When you are lying things down, we have liegen and legen. One is accusative, one is dative. So like those, and they are fixed. A year we used to say we are putting things like to places. Okay, because you can say I am moving the lamp inside the, how do you call it, the bathroom. You have to say I'm putting the lamp between maybe the fridge and that's why we use the stelling. So you can say going far and with lamp and putting things in place. You can say I am going the keys on the table. No. Okay, so that they are fixed with when we are saying we are putting things at different places. Okay, then we use the stellen. Stellen is what accusative. Then stehen is the dative. It's already there. Stehen. Okay, then liegen is dative. Okay, it's already there. It's liegen. Then if you are now laying it down, then it's liegen. Okay, L-E-G-E-N, and dative is liegen, L-I-E-G-E-N. Okay, hanging and hanging, they are the same. You just have to know that if you are now hanging the picture on the wall, then we've got a hanger that's built Andy Van. Okay, Van is female, Andy Van. But then if you are saying the picture is already hanging on the wall, then we will say that's built hanged and the other Van. Okay, yeah.
Boy, say painting, so it's a key accusative. Maybe I am painting a picture on the wall. Maybe I am drawing, I'm kind of drawing.
But it will be quite full. If you just say I'm painting a picture, no one cares. But you said you are painting the picture somewhere. So like vous, where are you painting? You're not transferring a picture from one place to the other, but then you're actually painting vous. Do you get it?
Boy, okay, change statement in your fan code. I am painting a picture on the wall.
It will be dative.
But I do Mr. Chu or you, Mr. Chu charge it your man accusative. Anytime like because I even thought maybe San is then or used to accusative. And it says the act of painting. Hey, or used to accusative. And I say the act of painting, you are transferring something on the board, so it's accusative. You're actively doing it.
To me, I can say yes or no, but I'm writing in the book. Okay, I'm writing in the book would be a schreibe ins book, not in book. Yeah, so ChatGPT. Yeah, not necessarily ChatGPT, but oh, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your research never catch you.
No. I'm not like it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
And divine.
I said, Kwaya said, now they don't got nothing to say. It's a when I'm writing something in the book, okay. Once I am a say, when I'm writing something in the book, it's a schreibe ins book, not a schreibe in book. Okay. So then painting and divine, probably, yeah. But then I thought that you're not actually transferring the pinball. Yeah, but like these are words that you hardly use. And then let me see. Ja. Wo soll ich auf dem Formular unterschreiben? Where should I sign on the form? So, but then when I'm signing on the form, it's unterschreibe auf dem Formular, nicht auf das Formular. We were German. I went to the bank and I asked them, where should I sign on the form? Okay. So in this sentence is wo. Okay, wo soll ich auf dem Formular unterschreiben? Then she told me that du musst auf das Formular, like du musst hier auf das, or you should herunter, ja. Du musst herunter auf das Formular unterschreiben. Okay, das. I think so, just a nuance to it, but then probably you are writing, you are moving the hands. Maybe I'm writing a book, as schreibe ins Buch. Yeah. Spoken man. No. Yeah, I should have in that book. So painting and we are actively doing it. If you want to say I wrote in the book, then to be what ich habe im Buch geschrieben. Okay, but then if you're actively, okay, yeah, so it's active. Yeah, klar. Yeah. So that is restless. But if you want to say he painted on the wall in the past tense, then you use what? An der Wand. Hat an der Wand gemalt. Okay. Yeah. But then if it's in the present tense, the person is actively doing it. Yeah. So that's why she said du musst hier auf that. Yeah, klar. Yeah, that is restless. Yeah. So if you're actively doing it, so if the person is now doing it, the movement on the wall, and then you have to use accusative. But then if it's the past, okay, or après nouveau, where did he?
Okay.
Get it.
Actively doing it.
Yeah. Then Matthew.
Ich war im Aktor. Bahnhof, yeah.
So Bahnhof is used with an, always an. Okay, ich bin am Bahnhof. But then when you are going, we don't say ich gehe an den Bahnhof. We use zum. Zu den Bahnhof. Okay, always.
Zu. Okay.
Yeah, we use zu for going there. Then we use It's the same as airport. We say I am at the airport, so we use ich bin am Flughafen. Okay, but then when you are going there, we use ich gehe zum Flughafen.
Okay.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
Please, which one is the U-Bahn station? Which one is that?
Underground train station. The
Okay.
U-Bahn station. The underground subway train station. Yeah. So trains yeah. But has in German, like almost all the train racks are on the surface of the heads, unless probably Berlin. Berlin and Frankfurt, they have lots of trains, so some moves underneath and some above. But then where I am, there isn't any U-Bahn. Like you really want to go check classic. All right, number 6.
Ozzy,
Nothing.
maybe everything
Number
to
6.
cool.
Why is that's good.
We have visited many. Okay, wir Bezirken
Wir haben
besucht.
viele
Sorry.
schöne Städte besucht.
But can we use simple past? No? Okay, when we are using simple past. Wir benutzen viele schöne Städte.
Viele can sometimes be
Boy,
used as
I know a question be beside that.
like
Do you ever go back?
Viele Schulen Städte, but viele Schulen Städte is also restricted. It's restricted. But then for BP, viele can be used. We have viele, we have manche. Manche can also be used as, forget it. We haven't gotten the okay, but then sentence is restricted. Wir haben viele schöne Städte besichtigt. Klar. Yeah. What were you saying?
The shuni. Or the end of socialization. Shuni. Shuni.
That's what I said. I said viele. When viele is combined with an adjective, the adjective is like the viele, like plural adjective. The viele, so the viele have influence on the adjective, and you can use and you can add and like the viele acts as the D for plural. Yeah, but then I said like it's not vestige. If you don't add it, it's still correct. Okay, but then if you add it, but then like we haven't gotten there. You learn about the saying how do you in English you call it adjectives that describes countable and uncountable. We have merere, like many, several. Okay, we have manche. What?
Yeah.
Obrempon, yeah. Yeah, so they are there. Okay, so we have alle, we have an alles, yeah. So like they have some have influence on the adjectives when they are combined with adjectives, they act as, but then that's like I said, it's spiritual. But then this is 100% grammatically correct. Yeah. So he has bought.
Okay, hats. Andenken für seine Familie gekauft.
Yeah, hat. So like most of the time, beneficiary always come before. But this is also correct. So yeah, hat für seine Familie.
Okay.
Hat für seine Familie. Calling 100% to the rich.
Gekauft. Ja.
Ja, auch American, wie wohl American was?
Boy, in this context, can I use unsharpen?
And I said, I shuffle is when like you put something like sensible, like something precious, okay? And normally you use the unshuffle for yourself, not I'll probably use if I say maybe he bought his family a land, okay, then he has acquired. Unshuffling means to acquire. So he acquired the land for his family. Okay, then that makes sense. But then if you go to the market and you bought milk, then you'll be like, oh, ich habe mir Milch angeschafft. You are mad. Milk,
What about car?
So
Can I use unsharpen for car?
yeah, car. Yeah, car. Yeah, car is important. It's a property. Okay, something important.
Furniture.
Yeah, house shows and the
Furniture.
family. Nah, just use Kaufen for mobile. Like when you use the unshuffling now, like you immediately use unshuffling in the sentence. The next thing that's like people want to hear is that something precious. You bought furniture. Is it that you were so broke that you couldn't even afford a meal that right now you want to say, yes, I have been able to buy myself furniture. You get it? Yeah. Like in English, we don't even use the acquire like raw like that. So, oh, he has acquired the land. You see, we use the acquire like for something precious. Okay, yeah. So yeah, hat für seine Familie Andecken gekauft. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Steven, I'll call you tomorrow. Then we go over the corrections on phone oil. Okay, yeah. So I had hoped that complete this Aufgaben heute. Then tomorrow we will do the tomorrow, okay? Any morning, maybe probably Ghana time from 10 between 10 and 10 and 1. Between 10 and 1. If you guys would be available. Okay, because like which who will be available at between 10 and 1?
I will. I'll be available.
And okay.
Yeah.
Okay, class. So you mix probably right now the class and then one the rest I don't know what's happening to them. I don't even want to find out. Okay, yeah. So tomorrow 10 and 1 probably 10:30 to 12:30. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. Then I'll go over the case, okay? When you have to use the accusative, the dative, okay, then yeah. But then like with these examples that you're making, like my idea, you've done well.
Danke.
Even the ones with mistakes, like you've done well. Yeah. So let's go. They have stayed at home. So stay and bleiben is the past and it's used with sein. Yeah.
Sie sind in eine kleine Pension geblieben.
Yep. So it's stayed, it's past tense, okay? That's why it's in the dative form. Sie sind in eine kleinen Pension geblieben. They stayed in wo? In a small. They are not now going to stay in the club. Even if they are now even staying there, staying Staying is always used with dative. I'm staying. Yeah, staying is used with dative. I'm staying on the street. This is falling, but then staying is used always with accusative because it's not actually like movement with the gain, the fire, and yeah. So, but in this context, past tense, that will give you more understanding that they stayed full. But then staying, maybe he is staying in the chair. Okay, you can't say that. You have to use it. So, yeah. Okay, keep him annoying. Number 9 verse, we have eaten delicious food in a restaurant.
Okay. Wir,
Wir haben,
wir haben, okay,
wir haben leckere
lecker
Essen. Oder?
Is it? Sorry. Wir haben.
Ja, sehr lecker.
Also leckeres. Now, who can they?
Leckeres.
Sehr leckeres
Wir haben leckeres
Essen
Essen.
im
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Gegessen, ja. Oder
Gegessen.
what's the difference? Answer.
Delicatessen. 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 Oder?
Yeah, but that's just Köstliches. Köstliches. It's Köstliches. Loud, yeah. So the food is delicious. Das Essen ist lecker. The food is delicious. Das Essen ist köstlich.
Köstlich. Wow.
Köstlich, yeah.
Köstlich.
But
Okay.
my question we are, can you use in a restaurant? So can you use in einem restaurant? Is that also correct?
In a restaurant, yeah. So if it's in a restaurant, then in einem.
Okay.
Einem restaurant, you know. We only use the im, the zum, the when it's the preposition plus them, okay, or preposition plus that's then which will be ans. But then if there is an indefinite article, then the m, we will conjugate the indefinite article, the indefinite article up when a possessive pronoun is used, like mind them, to be in mine restaurant, not in mine, in mine, okay, yeah. Klar?
Ja.
Nummer 10. Bruder, ich bin müde. Ich weiß nicht. Ich bin müde. Nummer 10, ja.
Die Kinder werden froh, weil sie die Berge gesehen haben.
Because they saw, yeah, well, sie the
Die
mountains,
Berge gesehen haben.
Ja, past tense, gesehen haben. Super. Oder even die Kinder waren glücklich, okay? This froh means cheerful, okay? That is good. Die Kinder waren froh, weil sie die Berge gesehen haben. Mountain is
Weil
their
sie,
peak.
weil sie die Berge,
Gesehen haben. Mountain
sah.
is, yeah. No, yeah, that's just richtig. This is mountains, okay? But a single mountain is their big, okay? Their big. So if it would have been because they saw the mountain, then it would have been weil sie den Berg gesehen haben. But this is plural mountains, so the Berge, plural. Klar?
Ja, klar.
Okay, so wir machen weiter.
Boah, dann ist es nein.
Yeah. You can also use weil sie the Berge sahen. It will be sahen.
Okay. Yes.
Because it's plural, sahen. Okay. Nummer 11.
Okay.
Morgen,
Morgen, ja.
wir den
Okay.
wir nach Berlin reisen.
Werden wir nach Berlin fahren oder reisen? Egal. Beide sind richtig. Reisen oder fahren. But like I said, in German, when the adverbial place of time is mentioned, okay, I know that also can werden reisen, but then when the adverbial place of time here is tomorrow, if tomorrow is already mentioned, then there's no need to use the werden, okay? If you use it, this sentence is 1,600,000 billion grammatically correct, but then normally in Germans, if it's mentioned, then it should be morgen. Morgen reisen wir nach Berlin. Morgen fahren wir nach Berlin. No? Okay. Nummer 12. She has lost her ticket on the train. That's on the train. Okay. So she has lost her ticket on the train. In for the train. This is on the train. Everybody you can start show. One is auf. Okay, or that you can just say in the train. She lost her ticket in the train, but in Zug. In Zug hat sie ihre Fahrkarte verloren. Okay. So she lost it on the train. Okay. So she lost it inside the train. No problem. When you use the ALF wouldn't even the ALF will be wrong. But when I say the ALF, like Germans, like they take literal meaning to words. So when you say ALF, it means standing on the train. So she lost it while standing on the train. So like this one will have to be into, okay, not ALF. Okay, the person wasn't sitting on the train. The person wasn't standing on it. It was actually in this train. Yeah. So im Zug hat sie ihre Fahrkarte verloren. So we have taken a lot of photos.
Wir haben viele Fotos genommen. Boy, can I use gemacht here, oder? Or
Yeah, gemacht is gemacht. No, gemacht is making photos. I'm taking photos. This is making photos. I'm making photos. But then it's taking photos. So we have the freeway. Fotos.
Fotos gemacht.
Ja, gemacht, fotografiert. Oder gemacht. Ja. Und genommen. Alles sind richtig. When the weather was wonderful during the trip. During is während. How did you read the sentence?
Yeah, während. It's a genitive.
Karen, how did you read the sentence?
I used waren derived. So das Wetter war wunderbar. Waren die Reise.
Waren as in das Wetter
Like
wunderbar. Waren as in another waren. So
I don't know. No. W say HREN. Veren. I don't know how to.
Mit umlaut wären.
während.
Yeah.
Während.
Die Reise.
So während is während is a genitive preposition. While während, so and the genitive feminine changes to der Reise.
So die Reise, sure.
So normally we use it während der Reise war das Wetter wunderbar. Oder das Wetter war wunderbar während der Reise. Klar? Yeah. So like when it's used with nouns, so it's a verb whilst was during the war, während des Kriegs, because masculine changes from what das or das from der to des for masculine and neuter, then Kriegs, okay, you just add s. But yeah, but when it's used as in maybe I'm doing it whilst you do that. Like when you want to say something is happening alongside with something, an activity. When used with activity as a conjunction, then like it's raw. It just looks like val. Okay. You get there. We haven't actually used it, but then the subsequent lectures will use it too. Yeah, that's 15. Rich Love is good. We haven't talked for 6 hours. Rich Love. Welcome.
Yes.
Okay, so Rich Love, welcome. Like you want to reading, sir. Yeah, Rich Love, let's go.
Ich habe für meine Kollegen Geschenke gekauft.
Is it? Ich habe für meine Kollegen Geschenke gekauft. Super. And then he has talked about his last vacation. I want to see how you guys use the sentence. How did you use the nachdenken über?
Ihr hat. Okay. Okay. Ihr hat über seinen letzten Urlaub.
Nachgedacht. Okay, the verb here is denken, and that denken is gedacht. So you just bring your gedacht after your separable preposition, which is super good.
But is the letzten correct?
Yeah.
Super, because über isn't like necessarily it's a vexel preposition, okay, but then here hat über. This is why I said über is a vexel preposition, it's a accusative, because in this case, this case it is not actually used. Okay. Nachdenken über. Like I haven't heard someone say that nachdenken. When you use this über, like you have to use accusative because über is vexel preposition. What I'm trying to say is that like we automatically use accusative and we don't even think that über is vexel preposition. That's why I always say that über is like more like most of the time it's used in accusative form. Okay, so And yet, time your friend say proposition and an arcade margin. So I'm sure I never knew that it was even a vector proposition. So maybe if the lamp is hanging over my laptop, then you be what the lamp hanged über my laptop because it's full. Okay, but then automatically when you use über, it's always accusative, unless it's vo. Okay, when it's vo, then you use the dative. But when it's not vo, whenever you see über, use accusative. Unless it's vo. Maybe the church, the bell is hanging over the church, then you have to use what? Dative, über. But then aside that, talking about I'm thinking of my father, is andenken or über meinen Vater. Immer so, klar? Your sentence is 1,600 billion thousand years restage. We have met many friends, many friendly people. So you can either use graphing or normally I'll use Kenan Gelant. Me personally, I'll use Kenan Learning because I'm meeting these people for the first time. So
we are having feel a friendly mention.
Mention. Kennen gelernt. The main verb is lernen dich kennen, not is kennen dich lernen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Kennen gelernt. So, I know inquiries and message even up to now sometimes, unless like I'm flowing without thinking. Immediately I think of it like I just flow. I don't think about kennen learning. But which one do I have to conjugate? If I think that way, I will be confused. But then I just speak it. Then automatically I know that we learn about people. So always know, not just knowing the person. We learn about the person. So it's lernen dich kennen. I'm meeting you for the first time. I'm meeting you. I'm getting to know you. Okay, then we always conjugate the lernen. So kennen gelernt. Okay, kennen here is like a separable verb. The kennen is always like a prefix here, but then although it's a verb, yeah. Kennen gelernt. Oder einfach getroffen. Yeah. So
The people, can you use Leute?
yeah. You can use Leute. Yeah. But in the formal sector, we just mentioned, okay, like we refer to the loiter is like the people are coming. The loiter, I see many people, but then if you want to be formal, then you use mention, okay. It's the mensch, the human or the person, but then plural is the mensch. Yeah, sorry, the mention. Sorry. Klar? Yeah. We have driven there with the bus.
Wir sind mit dem Bus. No, wir sind dort.
Bus. Wie Urisch. Bus. Wir sind mit dem Bus.
Dorten
gefahren. Yeah. Yeah, that's richtig. It's not you can add it. You can add it to this, or you can separate it. But then me personally, I always add it. Okay, or unless maybe there is no dot, and we him gefahren. Okay, yeah, this is richtig. Bus, not Bus, Bus. Wir sind mit dem Bus dorthin gefahren. Oder hinfahren. Towards hinfahren. Ja, klar. Ja. Was noch? Nummer 19.
Freunden in der
I was in the city center with my friends.
Start symptom.
No,
So which one is the in start?
He then starts. I never wanted. I never used it because it was confusing. Innenstadt is inner part of the city. The Innenstadt, like we combine, like we are forming of the inner part of the city. The Innenstadt is used not as an article, not as an adjective, but then it's used. We added to the stat to like to form compound now. But I never used it because it doesn't make sense to me. But then just use that Stadt Centrum means the city center. That Stadt Centrum, the city center. Always use the Stadt Centrum. Okay. The center is that's why the centrum is the center. Okay, but then compound now centrum, you know. So it's far in the city center with meine Freundin. Ich war mit meinen Freunden im Stadtzentrum. Ja, richtig. Und 20, der letzte. Bin ich hörbar? Ich höre nichts von euch. She has worked at the hotel for 3 weeks. Zeit. So how did you form this one? I said Zeit is always used in the present tense.
Sie.
Nein, nicht sie hat. Sie arbeitet. Sie arbeitet seit 3 Wochen im Hotel. Oder in dem Jahr im Hotel. I always say when you use Zeit and the thing, like the activity hasn't been ceased, okay, then we use it in the present tense. Unless maybe we want to say, oh, I stayed here for 10 years. Okay, you are no more staying there. Like you're not no more. But then if the activity is still work going on, like present continuous has worked, okay, the person hasn't stopped. Okay, and the person worked there. There we are. Maybe shown like 3 jaar, 4 maybe 10 years ago, for 3 Jahren, for 10 Jahren hat sie dort gearbeitet. Okay, but then if the activity is still going on, we use Zeit and Zeit is used with the present tense. Klar? Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been sick for 10 days with me. Since 10 days of 10 days. You said?
Ich bin seit 10 Tagen krank.
Ja. Ich bin seit 10 Tagen. Ja, klar. Ich bin seit 10 Tagen, seit 10 Tagen krank. You will say, ich war seit 10 Tagen krank. Unless you want to say, if the 10 days you are no more sick, and the 10, you want to say 10 days ago I was sick, then you want for 10 Tagen war ich krank. It ceased. But then if the activity is still going on, Zeit. Zeit is always used with what? Pleasant. Okay, wir machen hier Schluss. Schluss machen means to end something. And always like kind of divorce, but then to end something. Schluss machen. Okay, so the next we will tomorrow at 10:30, okay? 10:30 in the morning. Yeah. 10:30 in the morning, I'll meet you guys, then I'll go over like the case again. Nominative, accusative, then I'll add genitive. Because I'll have to add genitive. I've already used my term here, but then we'll go over it again. Yeah. And then it's chapter lesson 8. Lesson 8 what? Lesson 9. Maybe one day, probably when we are done with chapter 10, maybe like we meet randomly, maybe when we are done, maybe 15 minutes, after our subsequent lectures, then maybe we'll go through them again. But until now, tomorrow we'll go over the cases, okay? Ja, klar. So, wir treffen uns morgen
klar.
um 10:30, ja? Klar. Okay, so mach's gut. Tschüss.
And boy, I was saying maybe too good na me let the others know.
Yeah. Putting right in there, but they won't come, so. Aha, okay. They put it back up.
You're still recording.